morning from Reina, Norway. This place is living up to its name because it is pouring rain right now. Today I leave the Lofoten Islands in northern Norway. I'm going to take a ferry boat from my current location to the town of Bodo, Norway, which is on the mainland of Norway. And then from there I'm going to immediately start cycling towards Sweden, the town of Umea, Sweden. Which will take me about a week to get to on my bicycle. So the trip starts now. It's a shame it's so foggy and rainy, but I hope I get to come back here at some point. It's a really nice part of the world. I'd love to just spend a week here, a week or more. So I just got off the ferry in Bodo, Norway. I've left the group now. I got recognized yet again as the bicycle touring pro. As I was getting off the boat, there were a bunch of bike tourists there, and one of the women recognized me. First stop is the supermarket. I gotta get some food. So I just stocked up on food here at the Rema 1000 in Bodo, Norway. Bike touring is all about knowing where your next food and water source is, and so I'll stock up here and I know exactly where I'm going to go next to get my next meal, basically. So I really only had to carry enough food for one day, so that's what I got today. And now I'm going to cycle out of town on the 80, and the goal is to go as far as I possibly can today. It's 150 kilometers from here to the Norway-Sweden border. I'm not going to get there today, but if I could go 50, 60, 80, that would be good. So here we go. To my surprise, there's a nice separated bike path leading all the way out to the outside of the city. So I don't know how long it'll last for, but at the moment it's nice. I'm not having to contend with the traffic. Just a quick update. Found this little lake on the outskirts of Bodo, Norway. Stopped here to go pee and take a lunch break, actually. This is my packed lunch from this morning at the hotel. So my last lunch from the Active Norway bike tour. Gonna eat that, and then I'm gonna continue on my way here. It was raining when I got off the ferry, which I thought, oh no, this is gonna be a terrible day. But now it stopped raining, so hopefully it won't rain too much more for the rest of the day. That's my hope. The sun is out, and this place is beautiful. Look at the waterfalls on the side of the road. Yeah. There's another one. Woo! There's a lot of traffic on this road. Not a lot, but the shoulder is really narrow. There's a big rainbow right there. There's a big 2-kilometer long tunnel right here, and there doesn't look to be a way around on the bicycle. So I put both of my lights, my front and my rear light, on the back, and they're both flashing. Because there's lots of cars and trucks on this road, and I don't want to get hit in the tunnel. It's so dark, and it's really loud in here. That was like one of the scariest tunnels I've ever been through, and I've been through a lot of tunnels. It was scary because it was dark in some areas, where you could not see anything, but they had these fans blowing in there, I think to like dry out the moisture that's coming in, that's seeping in through the rock above. And they had these fans that I'm sure the cars driving by can't hear that, but me on the bike, all I could hear was these giant fans spinning in the tunnel, and I couldn't see them, and I was afraid I was going to run into one, and it was just so loud I couldn't hear anything else but those fans. And now you can see my breath. I've gone 75 kilometers today, which is more than I had planned to, so I'm basically looking for a place to stop now. Somewhere in the next 15 kilometers or so, I will stop and make camp for the night. So here is an area where other people have camped in the past. They've built a fire ring. You can see you could park your car here or something. I personally don't like to camp in places like this because other people sometimes show up. So I could like pitch my tent over here and then a car comes and parks right next to me. I don't really think that's enjoyable. And so I prefer, and like what I've done tonight is I've pitched my tent down here in a place where no one would ever come. And even though that spot right there looks really nice, I feel much more comfortable camping over here because I know that I'm not going to be disturbed. Here there's always a possibility that a car could pull up and someone could just, I don't know, park there for a couple hours or set up their own camp or whatever. So tonight I camp over here in the bushes. This is the sort of nature that I really enjoy. I like being out here where no one else is, having the whole forest to myself. So I just found my camping spot for the night. It's just off the main road. There was like a little side road that went around a short 170 meter long tunnel. And so I went on the side road, and then off the side road is just this little patch of grass where I'm gonna pitch my tent for the night. And like right through those trees, you can't really see, I can see it, but is the fjord and the city of Rognan, which is where I'm going to go tomorrow. It's only about 10 kilometers, maybe 15 kilometers that way. So here's my bike, and my tent will go right here. So Google Maps said that the total distance for my route from Bodo, Norway to Umea, Sweden is 590 kilometers. I'm going to round that up to 600, and I've already gone 75 or so. So I've already gone over a tenth of the way, which is great. I have 6 more days essentially to get to Umea. Shouldn't be too much of a problem, but I think tomorrow is going to be the most difficult day because I know there's an uphill climb to get out of Norway and cross into Sweden, and that is tomorrow. So the plan is to sleep as much as I can tonight. Tomorrow I will restock on food and water in the town of Rognan, which is just 15 kilometers up the road, and then I will continue up the road toward the Swedish-Norway border. So tonight the plan is to eat a lot and sleep a lot. That's all I got planned. Sounds great. I used to like hate camping and be really afraid of it. Actually, I like dreaded it every night. Enjoyed the cycling but dreaded the camping, and now the camping is really my favorite part of bike touring. I love finding a quiet place in the woods like this and then just being able to crawl inside my tent, change into my warm dry clothes, read a book, listen to a podcast, sleep for hours. It's really, really nice. So yeah, first day back on the road by myself, and happy to be out here. It's really, really nice. Rained a little bit today, but wasn't too bad. What else? Yeah, it's really cold. So I'm gonna change into my clothes now, and then eat a little bit, and then maybe I just bought a new audiobook, the Game of Thrones series that I'm listening to on Audible, audible.com. So yeah, I'm gonna listen to that and study some German also. I study German like every day, maybe some Spanish and stuff other days. Anyways, okay. One of the things that if you look up here, I have my socks drying, and all of my socks are wet right now. So I have 3 pairs of socks. These, the ones I wore today, which are wet. And then I have 2 other pairs that I wore previous days, and they're still wet from those days. So I am trying to dry out all 3 pairs, and I hope one of them will be dry by tomorrow, but I doubt it. So, and my shoes are wet also. So I know that probably tomorrow when I wake up, I'm gonna have to put on wet socks and wet shoes, which sucks. But anyways, get dry right now, that's the secret. So I have all my socks hanging up, and hopefully they'll get pretty dry.